change your negative thoughts to appreciation and gratitude. It is okay, of course, to question your negative feelings. These negative feelings are of ego. It masquerades itself as what is of you and at times what is of God. It is something that is difficult to explain. But through practice and awareness and understanding of that which is God and that which is ego, you will begin to decipher the difference between the two. The ego is a very crafty thing, and so it can be quite subtle. Certain feelings accompany ego. These feelings lack a sense of peace and ease, and are quite easy to recognize once you understand this. Any tension in the body is a sign that ego is present. It comes with an increased rate of heartbeat, very similar to that of panic or anxiety. When you experience this, you can be sure ego is very actively involved in what you are thinking. These negative feelings are a lower vibrational feeling. It is an initial, intuitive response and can be clarifying. It may feel off. This happens when you encounter something that does not resonate with the truth of God. Instead, it is your intuition telling you that what you are encountering is not quite right from the perspective of the truth of God. Instead of analyzing it so much, understand that it was a little off, and then take it and move forward. Aligning with negative thoughts begins to create the negative emotions. If you believe the negative thoughts that ego projects upon you, you feel terrible. You must question the thought. Ask yourself, where is this coming from? First, there is a thought, and then you don't catch the thought and you let it go so it becomes a negative feeling. Begin to catch it at the onset. Become so aware that you can change it right away. Negative ego feelings lack perspective. The judgmental nature that compares one another to this and that, anger, these kind of emotions. If you encounter these kind of feelings, say anger, it means that you are currently looking from the perspective that is not in alignment with God. You can know that this is not how you want to look at it. You can question it. What is it that has me feeling angry? You know that from the perspective of your higher self, which is in alignment with God, there is no anger. What anger says is that you are currently reacting from the perspective that there is something to be upset about. When you step back and look at it, you'll know there is no reason for anger. There is never a reason for you to choose to stop being in alignment with God, to not feel joy in this moment. Anger, for instance, is a low vibration that comes from ego. First, look at it and see that it is not in alignment with God. Second, remember that it is not necessary. Third, know that your well-being is more important than feeling angry. At this point, you are to choose well-being. Let the anger go because it is not worth it. What you want is a feeling of total peace, total ease, and total well-being. These are thought forms accompanied by emotion. The emotion can tell you if this is true for you or not. You must first understand and align with the truths of God. Then you will discern only from this higher perspective. This takes much practice. You must practice it into being. You have been practicing other things for so long. Wars, poverty, all these have been practiced into being. They are not necessary, and are so out of alignment with God that there is no power there. The confusion says there is power there because everyone agrees that it is so. You, in your power and in alignment with God, can rise above that and see from the higher perspective. Then you are all that is powerful. You are the powerful one. The arguments, the wars, and so on have no real power over you. Another low ego emotion is feeling sorry for oneself or feeling sorry for another. What that says is, this experience is more real than God. That is so false. It never feels good because it is so false. Feeling sorry for oneself is one of the lowest emotions you can experience. How can you feel sorry for the most powerful being in the universe? In truth, you are that. Your higher self resides in bliss consciousness. Feeling sorry for yourself is so off. You will never feel good, and you are never in your power when you feel this way. You are giving your power away. Look at it and say, I know the truth, and this is not true at all. I am a powerful being, and I'm going to let myself rise back up to my power. I'm going to be patient and let this go. Then you begin to allow yourself to rise back up into the powerful truth of your being. Beating yourself up, feeling sorry for yourself, thinking that you're lacking in this and that, thinking the world is lacking and there is such a thing as real poverty. There is none of this. In truth, the word poverty does not even exist in the mind of God. You want to be in alignment with the mind of God, so that you have all of your power and joy, all of the light and peace. Move forward in the joy and on the path in alignment with God. Deal with these things as they come up. As you deal with them, you release yourself from the chains that were created, so to speak, by these practice ways of thinking and feeling. You must put forth the effort to take care of these things as they arise. Say, "This is not real. I know it is real," and then turn to the truth of God. When something is jarringly negative, it is calling out to you and saying, "Please recognize me and please change me now. Please transmute this energy because it is not real. Please adjust this now by turning it over to God and letting go and letting God." You can say these negative feelings, patterns, ways of being, and judgments feel awful. "God, I don't want them anymore. It's exhausting to even have these in my energy field. I deny that these are real. I know the truth. God, I am turning them over to you. Please take them away." Then move forward in faith that God is doing so. Here is where you must continue your work. Remind yourself that God is already taking care of this. Give it up to God every time and say, "Take this away. It is not real. I want you, God. I want alignment with you." And you don't have to do this by yourself. Feeling that it is all up to you can leave you feeling exhausted. Don't believe you are doing this on your own. We are always with you. We are always helping you. As you turn it over to God, it is being lifted from your energy field and lifted from your being. Visualize it as though it is a vapor rising from your body and your energy, and then being transmuted into light. This is pure love, grace, joy, ease, and peace. It sounds so easy, and we want you to know that it is. It is that easy. But you must open your heart and yourself to God, give it up to God, and trust and have faith that God is working on it. Once you have recognized it, ask for God's assistance and turn it over to God. Simply let it go. As soon as you give it up, it's gone. But the ego is telling you that it is not. The ego wants you to think this won't happen, which feels draining. Humans tend to obsess over these things, and that often feels exhausting. At this point, turn your mind to appreciation and gratitude, which are your best friends. When you feel so low, just look around you. You have so much to appreciate, and you have so much to be grateful for. Focus on how good it feels to have what you already have. Look for things to feel grateful about. This can be as simple as the birds chirping, the smell of the flowers, feeling the sun upon your face, and your loving friends and family. If you have pets, look at them. That's an easy way to feel gratitude. Look at these loving, adorable beings. I love them so much. I'm going to pay attention to them and pet them till I feel good. Or think of simple things like good music and good food, anything that you enjoy. Perhaps it is dancing or exercise. Begin to tell yourself how much you have to be grateful for. Yes, you may hear from the ego when you do this. It may tell you that what you're doing is stupid, wrong, or not spiritual or serious enough. But know that anything that sounds like that is ego, trying to get you to look away from things that are beautiful and in alignment with God. That is big. In truth, when you are very much in alignment, and you practice appreciation and gratitude, then the ego cannot bother you. But if you hear the ego voice coming in, and it will come in, we're not saying that it won't, then you know what to do. You know how to turn your attention to what makes you feel better. Appreciation and gratitude are your anchor, your rock. As you think of what you appreciate, more good thoughts will come to you. You are thinking beings. Use your thoughts wisely and focus them on appreciation. And so it is. We shower you with blessings in our love, and we give thanks. Namaste.